Hey everyone, welcome to What Shaun Likes. So today we're going to speak about something I'm super passionate about, and I've been passionate about since I was in high school. It's anime. So I did want to discuss specific animes, and I'm happy to make videos about specific animes at some point in time. But I think for now, I wanted to just give highlights of what I think are like my top 10 animes and what I think is really cool coming up right now. So top 10 animes, top 10 best animes, I think, from my opinion. Let's go. Before I start with number one, I need to say that I'm not going to speak about Pokemon and I'm not going to say Dragon Ball Z. Those are standard basic animes like anyone and everyone should have watched at some point in time in their life. So I'm not going to put them up in my top 10. They should be their standard. They're like water. So cool. Top 10. Number one. In my head, Naruto and Naruto Shippuden. I'm kind of putting them together. Naruto and up until Naruto Shippuden has to be like, it made me cry. It made me cry like 2-3 times. Basic plot points is like you're dealing with like, it's all in a different world, so don't worry, but it's about ninjas, it's about different villages across those ninjas and fighting for power, and there's wars and so on. It's just really awesome. You're following the story of Naruto. He's the main character, and you really get to just see a guy grow up, really, from like being a kid to a teenager to a young man, and then and even up until like there's a point, yeah, where he becomes a father, and that's in Boruto. But we're not going to discuss Boruto now. Anyway, second anime I would put up. It is called Avatar: The Last Airbender. It is not a typical anime. Meaning it's not it's not something I actually watch in Japanese or Korean or something, or Chinese actually. It's English based. I think it's really awesome. I would put Avatar: The Last Airbender above most other animes that are coming out right now. The concept behind it is amazing. We all know M. Night Shyamalan tried to make a movie about it and he failed. But we're gonna get a Netflix series soon, so I'm really excited about that. Cool. Third anime in my top 10 would be Bleach. The reason I put Bleach there, and I know it's a very controversial anime for a lot of people, is because Bleach is actually what got me into anime. Bleach was like the first, one of the first full length. Before I watched Naruto, before One Piece, before all of it, it was Bleach. So it really holds a special place in my heart, and growing up with Ichigo and seeing him, just seeing him go through things, and I'm saying everything up to Bleach, probably up until like he loses his powers against like Aizen. I would say like that is all amazing. Him regaining his powers, that was kind of cool. It gave us a nice little happy ending. I know there's a lot more in the manga, we're not gonna get into that, but Bleach is definitely there in my top 3. Cool. Number 4, One Piece. We have to put One Piece there. One Piece is really good. I'm not gonna go into too much detail. There's pirates, there's powers, and you really just fall in love with a lot of the characters, from the main character Luffy. You just follow him around, truthfully. So yeah, number 4, One Piece. Nothing much else to say about it. It's just really awesome. Cool. 5, Death Note. Now, the reason why Death Note is up here is because the thinking behind Death Note, wow. Like, it's one of those shows, like if you ever watch Dexter the series, you are following the villain and you like the villain of the show. And that's exactly what Death Note is. Death Note is following the villain of a show that you really like. Geez, man, I don't know. It's like, he's so good and he's so clever. That's what I love. I love that he is clever and that he's constantly, and even when he makes mistakes, he constantly thinks of another scheme on top of that. It's just, it makes you grit your teeth, and there's so many like build-ups and then throwdowns, it's amazing. So anyway, Death Note is definitely my top 5. All right, cool. Top 6, number 6. Might be controversial to a few people. Samurai Champloo. So the reason why Samurai Champloo is up here is damn, that music, the stories, and just everything about it. It's not also your typical anime, I would say, but it's wow. The story is just so good. The music is awesome. You really are just for each and every person in the anime. It follows a great story. The story is awesome. So cool. Number 7. Number 7. This is hard. This is a tough one. If I have to say anything, I would say number 7 would be Sword Art Online. Sword Art Online is also, like, many people probably won't like me for what I'm saying, but Sword Art Online was amazing. Like, it really challenged me, like, mentally, in terms of like mental states, in terms of like what people would go through being trapped in the game. That's what it is about. It's about like people who they're trying out like the newest VR game in the world, which like sinks your consciousness into a game, and then they all get trapped in it. They can't log out. So you have like 2,000 people. Is it like 2,000 people? Yeah, trapped in a game, and no one can get them out, otherwise they die, and they have to finish the game or clear the game. I think it's really great. And you follow the main character, Kirito, who I really like he can be badass sometimes, like but also the struggles he goes through, I really get it. And the love relationship he has with Asuna, wow, that's really cool. So yeah, there was this anime called Suzuka a long time ago, which is just about like this guy who loves this girl. It really gave me like thoughts about that. Also a great anime, not in my top 10 though. But yeah, it's really old though, but I would ask anyone to give it a watch if you like watching things about love and relationships and stuff. Cool, yeah, that's it. Number 8, Full Metal Alchemist. Wow, so Full Metal Alchemist, when I watched it, brilliant, absolutely brilliant. I was like obsessed with alchemy like for months after watching that. It was such a good show. Full Metal Alchemist, I think, like really did a good job of expanding like expanding my imagination on how animes don't always have to have a Japanese setting. It really had it had like I think it was meant to have a very German, very maybe Western sometimes setting, and well, because like they lived in a country that had a Führer, really, so you couldn't get more German than that. But I think it was really awesome. The brothers that Edward Ulrich and Alphonse Ulrich, who you follow, their story is just amazing. And what they go through is really tough. Alphonse irritates me a lot, but I can understand the psychological damage you can go through after losing your body. So yeah, number 8, definitely. If you just like it, I would say if you like powers and if you like following young guys, debunking like mysteries and so on, definitely go for it. Go and watch that. All right, number 9. This one is less controversial, but I'm kind of putting both of these at number 9. I'm putting Soul Eater and I'm putting Fairy Tail at number 9. So the reason why I'm not slotting, I think like they kind of, in my opinion, I felt very much the same. That's why I'm putting them at number 9. I think they should be in like my top 10. Now it's 11. But definitely like I think Soul Eater and Fairy Tail's good. The only thing is like Fairy Tail really did like, it did kind of like lose me because I didn't see like any way for gradual progression with a lot of characters in terms of like their powers and so on. It took really long for me to like understand to understand the gradual progression of how their powers grew. The relationships I thought were pretty cool, but also like things always got like very funky at some point. So Fairy Tail was okay. Soul Eater just had like, I think to some degree it was a bit childish, but another part of it was fairly mature. So Soul Eater's up there. I'm kind of with it. Yeah. Number 10. I would probably be lampooned if I did not mention this at number 10. And it's called Attack on Titan. So, damn, Attack on Titan. I know some of you are even wondering, like, how is that only number 10? Well, here's the thing. Attack on Titan is flippin' sad. It is just sad from the get-go. It's horrific and sad. The giants are sad. Like, it's just all. And then there's conspiracy. No one, like, I won't lie, it is very easy to, like, skip over funny parts in the anime because you're not there for the funniness. I didn't want any funniness. I knew it was just dark, gritty, scary, and sad. So yeah, very good anime. Will make you sad at the end of it, but good overall, like amazing, like really good. Attack on Titan is awesome. Now, alright, now I have to mention, sorry, like, this is like now a top 11, 12. I don't know what number I'm on right now. Let's say 11. 11. I have to mention Darker Than Black. Darker Than Black, it's an old anime as well. Fairly old. Really great. It really like it gave a nice spin on superpowers, adding contracts that need to be fulfilled for a superpower to kind of work. I'm writing a webtoon right now and it's kind of based like that, because I think the concept is so amazing. Like, there's this guy who could fly, but after flying, he had to break his fingers every time he used his power to fly. It's crazy. So, Darker Than Black, I think is really good. I think it's gritty enough to be watched. And I think it kind of reminded me of, there was this anime called Wonderland, but it's more understandable than Wonderland. Wonderland got a bit funny for me. Anyway, cool. And then I have to mention, sorry, now this is like what? This is what now? A top 12? I have to mention, Hunter x Hunter. I won't go into many details with Hunter x Hunter. Hunter x Hunter is just good. It's a good anime. I wouldn't put anything against it. It really just they know what they're doing, I guess, with it. Then that has to be it. I have to call it quits now. Right? Yeah, I have to call it quits. Cool. So, okay, I'm lying. I'm not calling it quits. This is top 13. Tokyo Ghoul. Tokyo Ghoul has to be number 13. Tokyo Ghoul is also a bit gritty, very sad. I never wanted any happy parts, I guess, in it. I'll put it on par with Attack on Titan. Tokyo Ghoul is pretty cool. So yeah. Now, I need to get into, like, probably, if you haven't watched, if you are into like an oldish style of anime, or like animes that just like, it's just good vibes and it's good stories, I would say Hellsing. It's not in my top 10, but it's an anime that I really thought was like, it kind of helped me and carried me in terms of my discovery of anime back in the day. So Hellsing, these are series. I'm not mentioning movies like Ghost in the Shell and so on, but Hellsing, Cowboy Bebop, that's pretty cool. I see Netflix has done a real live action of it. I don't think it's that good, but they could have done a lot better. But anyway, and then there's this really offset type of anime. It's called Mushi Mushi. It has to do with this wandering guy in old Japan who used to like get rid of spirits and ghosts for people. So yeah, that's what that is. Now, I would do a disservice to many people if I didn't speak about anything newer than what I'm talking about right now. So I'm gonna do another video actually on newish anime that I'm really liking and I'm currently watching. So if you liked this video, please like and subscribe, and I will see you all later. Cheers.